have this conversation and make this forum a success. Let us make these last moments count by living with clarity, purpose, and renewed determination. Please join your hands with me to invite Dr. Kakwasa Barega from NEMA, Uganda, Dr. Tunde Ajay from La Sepa. I'll break the ice by starting with some special characteristics about these panelists here. As I was reading, Mombasa is, I'll start with the ladies because we are the only two who are up on this stage. So ladies first. So from Mombasa to the beach in Ban. So please take advantage of this visit after today to go geographical and spatial characteristics of white sands in Mombasa. That is an invitation, I hope, for me as well. The Gambia, it's the smallest inland country, very, very small, surrounded by Senegal and the Atlantic Ocean. However, it also has a very small African capital area. So when I'm doing the calculations, really, that could be like a ward in one of the cities in maybe in Kenya or Uganda, but nevertheless, your ideas might be bigger. I then contrast that with Lagos. Oh my God, Lagos. Lagos is the largest city in Nigeria. But hear this, it is the most populated city in Africa. Put all of us together, you still don't have, the countries represented here, all our populations, we still don't match Lagos as one city. Well done, you. Then we go to Nairobi. Nairobi, I think Waziri, you're representing now Nairobi City. Nairobi City has a catch, I think a nickname of the green city in the sun. Indeed, we have seen the green landscape, and it's no wonder we are in the safari park, a park within a city. Amazing. This is so good that that vision to create the green landscape within a complex area was thought a long time ago and is still existing today. 1986 is when this safari park was established. Amazing. And last but not least, my own city of Kampala, represented here by Dr. Barirega. I don't know how we can describe ourselves. We're maybe green, but we are the Pearl of Africa. Yes. So welcome to the Pearl of Africa when you come to Kampala. So these are esteemed panelists, and I would like to give us a few ground rules. We are going to have very little time to engage with the audience, but I would like to probably 3 minutes. Just tell us your insights about this conference, but let me rephrase it in a more appropriate manner with the question, with an opening question. So here goes. We have come a long way. Deo said we started the Clean Air Forums in 2020. The progress that you have made in your specific country, your key energizing moments in this progressive journey on the Clean Air Forum. I'll start with the ladies, please. Thank you. Mumba.
Thank you for that introduction. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emily Achieng, the Minister in charge of Climate Change, Energy and Natural Resources in the port city of Mombasa. I'm honored to be amongst this esteemed panelists, and this is my first time to attend the air community. I was a member of the civil society, a very active one, and we used to protest about illegal dump sites, and we took the government to court. Fast forward, I joined government. Now staring at the lawsuit that I was part of in forming it. So this has come out throughout from the day one, that no one partner can do by itself to sort clean air. And therefore, as a county, we started with the Climate Change Action Plan, Mombasa has a climate change action plan 2023-2050, which gives a roadmap towards the sustainability agenda and aligns the different sectors to what they're supposed to do. Management to sort out the dam site issue, but as we all know from the different cities, it's not a walk in the park. You try one design, it's not working because you have different interests that you need to manage. But on the silver lining, I would like to report that the city is getting into a joint venture with a partner that would sort solid, liquid, and hazardous waste. And God willing, in the next forum, we would be midway in implementation. We can report on the progress we've made so far. Also looking at transport, because we agree it is the major polluter. Through partners, we are working on non-motorized transport and converting the three-wheelers to electric vehicles. But we are hoping we'll go through that. Looking at household pollution, we have a program that is called Clean Air. We have mapped 6,000 households that were using the Korobo in Kenya. We call this not only to help them at home, but it is all bogas now the lamps that they were using. This is a program that we want to do within His Excellency's first term, which ends in 2027 in August. So this year we will scale up from 1,000 that have already benefited. And Mombasa is an old site and cultural rich information. But with time, of course, with population, it is slowly turning into skyscrapers. I think we want to follow the Nairobi suit. But that has also necessitated the county, with partners like Green Building Society plan and reviews. We are intending to have recreational facilities, play areas, open spaces within urban forestry. And with the same breath, we are also rehabilitating the few parks that are within the city. We have just finished public participation for Mombasa air quality regulation. It is due for cabinet next week, and we hope to pass that so that we can start implementing. And again, with the support of Stockholm Institute, we have 6 sensors that we have piloted. One is at the Coast General Hospital, which is a referral hospital for the region. These are some of the areas that we think would be open for partnership, because for a whole city, 6 sensors would be data that you cannot really use for evidence and decision making. So we intend to do it in phases to get more sensors. But I just heard there's a sensor bank. I'm hoping we'll consider Mombasa, and capacity building. The discussion in the morning was about medical waste. And I realized that we probably were looking at a very small scope when we are discussing air quality. And therefore, we need to keep building the capacity of the technical team that is around. We widen the scope and do sector-specific assessments, so that when you're talking about transport, you have data that would inform. When you're in health, you have data that would inform. And we support to have a team that can support the work moving forward. So without much, I think this is where the foundation that we have laid as a county. We want to build on it, to have sensors, to have the infrastructure that can manage the data we're collecting in the sensors, bring on board civil society, communities in terms of advocacy, so that everyone understands it is their role and they have something to do. Thank you.
Quite inspiring, and I believe those have been done and you continue to do more. I now invite a not too small city, but with great aspiration. Small country, small city, but I believe you have great ambitions. Please take.
Thank you very much, Chair. And also, my name is Dr. Dauda Baji. I'm the Executive Director, National Environment Agency of the Gambia. And I'm pleased to be part of this very important session dealing with what we conduct. And I think if you look what thing are we doing as a people to address issues related to air quality. Well, as a country, with almost 2.4 officially 2.4 million people, so which shows that just a small city, maybe in Nigeria, when the smiling coast means when you are entering a smiling coast of a place, we expect also the air of that area to be something conducive for people to survive when it comes to environmental issues. So in that, and to address a problem that affects everybody. Well, on the issue of air quality, I want to just elaborate on one discussion that I have. Usually we normally engage all stakeholders. And there was a meeting that I call all religious leaders, irrespective of whatever denomination. And one of the religious leaders gave a scenario. He said one of his family members went to the hospital. And he said he needed oxygen. And then he started crying. And the doctor said, but you are already okay, why are you crying? If I survived for the past how many years from what God have given me, free of charge, I did not value it. Now I'm in a hospital for these few days. I'm asked to pay for the use of the oxygen. So that shows that there is a need for us to take care of the environment. And Air Quality Environment Protection Agency, we are charged with the responsibility for taking care of 3 mediums of the environment. We realize that we have legislation, we have necessary policies, but implementation of those policies become a challenge. Some of the activity that we do affect you yourself, but you have no idea what the level. But we decided to collaborate with other partners, like here we have Pamir Health Lung Institute, where we install a lot of data, sensors across the country, and that has given us information to be able to sell. I can remember we have what we call a National Environment Management Council chaired by the President or the Vice President on all environmental matters at policy level. And the first year after when I presented in one of the council meetings, this is the situation we are in. I say yes. And this one does not know a politician, does not know everybody becomes a victim if you don't take care of this. So that acceptance has been there. And as a country also, we involve what we call National Conference on Air Quality, which also call like stakeholders like this to be able to pave a way on how we can move forward in addressing environmental issues. Because most of the problems, like in our country, we have a lot of fish also, and a lot of smoking. A lot of people are doing a lot of things that affect them, but they don't know. But as we come up with those data, it has really contributed greatly to changing the mindset of the people to know that the action I'm doing has a lot of detrimental effect on me as an individual and the general public as a whole. And I will conclude with this. Usually, everybody in all for us want to go to heaven when we live here. And that's what we all pray for. We respect whatever. We want to go to heaven. But one thing I know, nobody wants to die. And you cannot go to heaven without passing death. But when you know what is actually leading you to death quickly, you tend to avoid it. And this kind of the message that we normally pass on here.
Thank you very much. I'd now invite the big city, probably with the big aspirations, to tell us about their key achievements and how they have been most energized by this process. Lagos, please. La CEPA. I'll use the right institution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'll try to make it very Okay, so I'm Tunde Ajayi. I represent the EPA of Lagos as the head. And last year we hosted the Clean Air Forum in Lagos. Like the presentation I made the other day, that activity, the awareness that it has brought to the city is huge. The first thing is that we brought everybody in policy and research together, Can Embassy. So I'll put it in 4 pillars, the progress we've made so far in the past 1-2 years. The first thing is that the other partners we have had, like C40 cities, have been able to bring more monitors to the table. So we got total 18 monitors from C40s, in addition to what we currently have from ECHO. The other thing that happened was that the local manufacturing team got interested, the local tech in Nigeria. So you have a lot of people striving, trying to do things. We have 5 unicorns in one city. And so those boys are hungry, so they went on and developed monitors. So we have so many of them now. In our custody, we have at least 20 additional monitors. So we have monitors all over the place. And that has given us, more data to work with. Another progress we have made is the publicity that we have given it. So I have personally made it, one of the priorities of my agency. We have put it at the front burner of all of our conversations. So every time I talk about air quality, we publish data weekly of air quality monitoring in any part of the city. Of course, with anything that has interest, there will be some kind of political jingles here and there, and the opposition will come with some narratives around it. But it has helped us stand on our toes. So we've been up to the task. We took waste disposal more seriously. We took waste burning more seriously. All the other sources that we know are very huge, we have taken them seriously. So I'll go to intervention for the air quality was really bad. So we went particular kind of bread. But the ovens they use are generally that feed the entire city. So we identified that as one other source of emissions. We have converted 5 of them to gas as a test case for other interventions that can leverage or other people that are ready to intervene. But in all of this, we have been able to drive partnerships. We have been able to show workings in research. We have shown sort of incentivizing people, to do more. We have more people who are interested in research, particularly in the health side of things. Because I'm take you there, but beyond partnerships, you need to sort of put yourself on the spot and make sure that you do the work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lasepa. I really take those words now to the next speaker.
Nairobi is called. Excellencies, all of you in your respective capacities, a very good evening. Yeah, like my colleagues have said, the issue of air quality, so to be able to make any progress, you need extensive coordination, collaboration, and networking. Because no single sector or single institution can deliver air quality. Air quality is a function of so many factors, and that's what makes it hard to achieve. It needs a whole of able moderator. First things first, we started without standard. You are not going to tell anybody that they are out of their way. So without standard, you are not going to tell anybody that they are out of their way. And the first air quality standards and regulations for Uganda. Sports that stipulates the standards to mobilize transport, works, industry, urban authorities, and